how to make money from foreigners.
Now I'm going to let you into a little secret. I exhaled a sigh of relief. A much better approach would have been, but a simple exchange like this, you become a cherished connection to a foreign land.
Hello everybody.
Today we're diving into a really fascinating topic.
How to make money from foreigners. Money!
No, how to provide valuable services to foreigners that they truly appreciate in your country.
It isn't about scams or tricks.
No scams, no tricks.
It's all about understanding what foreigners really need and when they're excited to spend on something they truly appreciate.
Okay, let's dive into a little story
About a foreigner's adventure in a land that he has come to truly love. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret. That foreigner might be yours truly. Okay, it's me.
I'm excited.
Now, after enduring a marathon journey, roughly 24 hours with a pit stop in another country, I finally touched down in my destination, feeling like a human-shaped bundle of weariness. Now, picture this, me, nervous. Really nervous.
He was nervous.
I mean, seriously, I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Sure, I had binge-watched YouTube videos on the countries I was going to. Some were purely fairy tales, while others, well, let's just say they focused on adventures in this country's airport.
An airport with tricks?
You know the ones I'm talking about.
I was a bundle of nerves. And as I approached the baggage carousel, I couldn't help but feeling a little bit of an uneasy feeling inside. Minutes stretched out into what felt like hours as I waited,
And my luggage remained conspicuously absent.
numerous bags, identical to mine, glided by, teasing me with false hope. And then, just as I lost all hope, I spotted,
Or so I thought.
just as I was reaching for it, someone also stepped forward to reach out for my luggage. My heart leapt. Were they going to take my luggage just as I thought that I had it? But to my immense relief, their hand veered past my luggage and claimed the one adjacent to mine. I exhaled a sigh of relief. I couldn't help but feel a tad jumpy going to the airport exit. 3 diligent, vigilant guards were standing at the scanners, scanning people's luggage. Funny enough, wasn't this the very exit that made headlines just a few weeks back?
Where a guard tried to pull off a wallet heist in broad daylight.
Naturally, my mind played a few mischievous tricks on me.
I know those tricksters.
But to my relief, I passed without an incident.
I start to unwind, just a tad.
And I think to myself, now all I've got to do is find my friend's car. So I begin to make my way to the exit.
All of a sudden, a quick set of hands swoop onto my luggage. My reflexes kick in. I hold onto my bag, frantically glancing around. The man, trying to hold my luggage, says, "Taxi, sir?"
Oh, taxi.
I'm taken aback, a bit baffled, and feeling a touch of surprise.
I turn to him and say, "No, I've got a car already."
He looks slightly taken aback.
Oh great, I think to myself. I've managed to offend someone in this new country and I haven't even reached the front door.
Now this really happened to me. If I did not already have a car, a much better approach would have been, "Sir, would you like a taxi?" See, I was tired. I just wanted to get some food and to where I needed to go very quickly. "Would you like a taxi, sir?" would have been the first thing that he should have asked,
rather than grabbing at my luggage.
Once in the taxi, a great question to ask is, "Sir, are you hungry?"
I'm a little peckish.
We often opt for the convenience, especially when we are actually hungry, of going through drive-thrus. We understand that it takes a little bit more time.
Time is money.
And this translates to additional expenses for you.
We absolutely believe it is fair to compensate you for your time.
Especially when you take us to a restaurant. Your kindness to us is truly appreciated.
And I will give you a tip.
And I know that I would want to make sure that you were generously supported for your work that is much appreciated. During your journey, I would encourage you to make conversation with us. Share a little bit about yourself. And feel free to ask us questions about our interests and plans. And not everybody is going to respond. Sometimes they just want to sleep, especially after a plane trip. So consider what their feelings are. But a simple exchange like this allows us to build rapport and trust. By the end, you might have insights into our itinerary and can value valuable suggestions for us to go and visit.
You become more than just a driver at this point. You become a cherished connection to a foreign land.
A friend indeed.
Someone we see as honourable and trustworthy.
So when you kindly offer to pick us up tomorrow for our next destination, we genuinely look forward to your assistance.
And makes us even more inclined to express our appreciation in a generous tip. Now, when you arrive the next day, it is important to us that you are on time. Time has a significant value in our lives.
Time is money.
And we truly appreciate it when somebody respects our time. So arrive early. When we say 8 a.m, what we really want is 7:55 a.m, or even a little bit before. We tend to be quite literal with our time commitments. If by chance you find yourself waiting for us, please note that this consideration won't go unnoticed. As we mentioned before, time directly translates to money in our world. We recognise that your time is precious, and we know the value of your service. If your service meets our expectations, we are more often willing to compensate you accordingly. If you're in the tourism industry, it is essential to strike a balance between asking for gratuities. A single request for a tip, coupled with some signs as we depart, is usually sufficient to remind us of the option to pay gratuities. Now, when we encounter multiple guides on our trip, it can be quite overwhelming to be approached by everyone to ask for a tip. This can make us sometimes feel genuinely uncomfortable.
I would definitely be uncomfortable.
Especially when you come from Australia where tipping is not part of it. The more people that ask for a tip, the less likely we are to give. The less people that ask for a tip, the more generous we are most likely going to be. To make the experience easier for everyone involved, consider designating one person to ask for a tip for all. Afterwards, signage around the place would help remind us that it would be good to tip each person. But we will be only generous with those that provide us great service. So time is money. Don't overwhelm us with lots and lots of people asking for tips. It just throws us off. It makes us feel like we're being used. Well, I hope these tips really help you understand what a foreigner is looking for and how they will be more generous.
I know I learned something.
See you in my next video.
On my mind, a great deal of it will fix me all of it.